Well, we've talked about different ways you can. I've shown you how to set up Streak, how to send out your emails. You know how to test. You're going to be going through and getting 80% response rate or open rates and at least a 10% reply rate to your emails. Now, let's talk about follow up because there's a good chance you're going to send out emails and they're not going to reply, right? So you need to follow up with them, right? Now, there's only two reasons. Okay, so my school of thought differs slightly than other people in the space when it comes to follow up. Some people are like follow up until they're dead, until either you or they are dead or they buy. I don't agree with that. Again, because I'm not trying to convince everybody in the world that they need to buy. I'm just trying to find the people who are in their buying window and get them to reply, right? People who are ready, eager, and willing to purchase the services that I'm going to provide for them. So that has influenced a little bit how I recommend you do follow-up. So when you do follow-ups, there's you need to understand that there's two reasons why someone hasn't replied to your original message. One, assuming they saw it. One, they're busy. They've got something else going on. There's some sort of emergency in their life. As someone who runs businesses, let me tell you, things get hectic. You don't always have time to reply back to that one guy who came up with something really nice for you, even though it might be wonderful and you like it, right? So number one, they're busy. So that's one reason. And the other reason is they don't like your stuff. Honestly, they're not in the buying window and they don't like your email outreach. And there's the interesting thing about the first one is a problem you can solve. You can try and catch them again at another time, and maybe they'll reply to you then, right? You wait 24 hours, you reply to them, then maybe the storm has died down and they have time to reply back to you. So that's one thing that you can easily fix. But the second one, where they don't really like you, it's harder to fix that one, right? If they're not in the buying window, you can't really put them in the buying window. There are a few things you can do to address those. So let me explain to you how I recommend you do your follow-up. So I recommend if you send an email and they don't respond back, they open it but they don't respond back, or even if they don't open it, within 24 hours, or I guess 24 hours after you send that email, it's good to just do a quick reply, say, hey, bumping this in case it got buried, or hey, wanted to make sure this didn't get buried. There's a bunch of different ways to do it, but just a quick reminder, right? You're not really trying to be annoying or anything like that. You're just trying to raise it back again to their awareness. So I recommend you do that and try and catch them at a better time. But then your following follow-ups, I recommend you only do maybe 2 or 3 after this. They just need to add curiosity to what you're teasing them, right? So if you send them an email and you say, I have an idea for 3 emails that can increase your sales for your product, for example, you might say, hey, so-and-so, I think you really might like the subject line on the second email I put together for you. I based it off of a really amazing campaign that one of the old school copywriters did. I think it might be useful. Do you want me to send it over? You drop a little more curiosity and tease it again. You ask to send them over, right? If they don't respond to that, then you can either tease them again, ask them a specific question again, or you can just say, hey, it's fine if you're not interested, just let me know. It's not fair enough. Right, a little breakup email. But I only recommend you follow up 2 or 3 times, right? Initially, at least, right? So you send those. If they don't reply back, it's because they don't like you, right? And if they don't like you and they're not in their buying window, there's not really anything that you're going to do. There's no words you're going to type on your keyboard that's just going to magically make that happen. And even if there were, you don't have time for that. You've got better prospects to be reaching out to and following up to. So what I recommend you do is you move that contact in Streak into a special stage, down into nurturing or something like that. And 3 months from now, you reach out to them again using a different one of those cold outreach strategies, because perhaps in 3 months from now, they're now back into or closer into their buying window, right? So I recommend you still follow up with them over the course, 3 months and then 6 months and then 9 months, you follow up with them. But I don't recommend that they're in the moment, you just hound them, because that's not a pleasant experience for the business owner. And while maybe you might get some people to buy from you, your time is better spent finding new, better prospects who are in the buying window or coming back to this person when they're in their buying window. So that's how I recommend you do follow-ups. You do a quick follow-up within 24 hours just to catch them at maybe a better time. Then you do another follow-up 3 or 4 days later where you tease some information. And then you do another follow-up 3 or 4 days after that where you just make sure that they're interested or not. Just kind of catch and see if it's a better time for them. And then if they don't respond to that, then you just put them into their buying window. And then that brings up another important point. If someone responds back to you and they're argumentative or they tell you that they're not interested, don't try and convince them that they are. There's no point. Just say, okay, hope you have a nice day, and move on to the next one, because we don't have time to waste with people that we have to convince to buy our products. We need to find people who are already interested and just provide the products for them. It's a much faster way to get those 3 to 4 clients. Again, we're just trying to get 3 to 4 clients, not 300, just 3 to 4 clients who we can work with to help grow their business and help us make $10K a month or more from them. So it's really simple. Just focus on the people who can actually provide the benefit and who are actually interested. If they're not interested, follow up with them in 3 months and see if they are again.